Welcome back again to some Wargame Red Dragon action. It's going to be a 2 versus 2 on the Bulldogs and Vampires map. So previously I featured this map as a 1 versus 1, but note this time we're actually going to get another team game. And yes, at the top we've got... Alright, it's meant to be the east actually, since this is facing north. So at the east we've got Pact Forces being played by Ragerook and Temator XD. Interesting names there. And at the west, or we'll just say the bottom really, we've got myself, Lightman, and Scallywag85 playing as NATO. So NATO versus Pact, or Blue 4 versus Red 4, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we're going to, well, I don't want to spoil too much, but basically put, we're going to be a little bit more coordinated this time around. At the very least, me and my ally can actually communicate in English this time, and I believe we're actually going to, yeah, coordinate a little bit more as well. So, yeah, it turns out that Scallywag actually just had the default deck, or he said he had the wrong deck when he was actually playing this game, so I assumed he meant the default deck. I can't remember if that was actually the case or not. Because, yeah, normally you don't see Fremantles. I mean, they're a cheap little capping ship, but, yeah, it's still so incredibly crappy, and they can't defend themselves versus ASMs at all, even. Just have a look, actually. Oh, okay, I won't display the information for them, apparently. Well, in either case, screw it. We've got a little battle plan being drawn up here, basically. So, yeah, it's going to... hopefully, we're going to hopefully be going over to Charlie, capturing that, then attacking Echo, and really, okay, we'll just, there we go that, we'll just zoom in, should I say, and then, yeah, we're going to go to that point over there, Foxtrot, and capture that. So, yeah, we're just going to, yeah, use Charlie as a bit of a springboard to attack a bit closer to their spawn points as well, and hopefully we're going to do a better job keeping our stuff together. I believe I'll be using ASM helicopters, maybe? I don't know, I don't seem to be deploying anything apart from my own Oliver Hazard Perry. Got Pegasus as well as, yeah, 2 Pegasus as well as Oliver Hazard Perry for Scallywag. Congo as well as a flagship. Fremantle behind just to keep the point captured. Our opponents, on the other hand, are not planning anything at all and not really sure if they can communicate with each other. I mean, at the very least, they should be able to coordinate a bit more roughly, but we'll see what happens though. Let's see, we've got the Udaloi 2 for Tema. No other flagships for our opponents. Do have quite a few Huijins though. Interesting. What do they do there again? Okay, so kills is pretty damn good. Incredible actually, given the fact they got 2 extra weapons apart from their inbuilt kills as well. Decent range versus missiles as well as aircraft and all that, not too shabby. And very good range on their ASMs. So I'm guessing they're meant to be mostly defensive / ASM ships. And God knows how many missiles they fire off at once, but there are a few of them though, so I don't have to worry about that. Jianghu Freeze on the other hand are similar, basically, except that their, yeah, okay, yep, their main guns are much more powerful and much longer ranged as well. And their ASMs are actually the same, are they? The Yungi 82s, yep, not too shabby indeed. So we'll see what happens though. The Tarantulas, on the other hand, are of course just mostly long-ranged ASM ships, and with good reason, given how shitty their strength is. Udalo 2 actually been kept back just to cap, maybe? I'm not really sure what he's going to do with that. Another agent coming in. Was that the first agent coming in? Not entirely sure. Which is, well, definitely a bit more of a ship of the line. A very long-ranged, powerful gun, kind of shitty ASMs, kills is only medium and doesn't have any extra kills defenses, but its strength is incredible for its cost, so should be pretty good as a ship of the line. So we'll see what happens though. Same time, we do have beacons being launched all over the place, and we'll just have a look at what our forces consist of. So myself telling Scallywag to stop briefly and then to move the Fremantle here. Actually, I can't remember. Oh, okay, I think he was actually moving it and I wasn't sure where he was going to move it, so I just told him to stop briefly and then to move the Fremantle here. And here we go. Unlike the previous game, my team has actually got ASM helicopters out. So this is the Panther, which is only... Oh no, actually no, it does actually have exceptional optics. Still think I might want to check my naval decks though. But yeah, apparently it does have exceptional optics, and we should be able to see exactly what's happening. Well, the vast majority of what's happening anyway, so... What can they see? Nothing. They got no idea. So yeah, this is going to be a bit more of an interesting game, to say the least. Udaloy was apparently there as well. Most of their fleet is here, so okay, that's just what I was indicating to my ally from what the helicopter saw, although... Did that okay, I think I said that Udaloy was there. I think I might have had a plane go across. I didn't notice in either case because I was too busy elsewhere. In either case, yeah, we do have a possible attack going to be inflicted by Scallywag, but nope, he is out of there. I don't know what he was doing with those tornadoes, but he will not have sorry, he will have none of that, it seems. And yeah, just going to be abandoning Alpha altogether just to capture Bravo instead. Our opponents, they do have more score points coming in initially, but keep in mind that what our plan is basically is just to attack along here and yeah, just to try to... Well, if I remember correctly, I think we're just trying to pick apart their fleet without facing directly against big ships like the Udaloy 2 and all that. And it might actually work. Just having a look actually. Tornado attack. Yep, this might be a good target indeed. Yeah, so tornado attack should be able to take this thing out pretty nicely. We do have a Super Hornets coming in, and here we go. Here come the tornadoes. And here we go. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to coordination. So just going to briefly group the planes there. And... we even got tram intruders coming in, just one single one by myself. That is going to be overkill, actually. And I make a bit of a mistake, actually. Move the helicopter way too freaking close. So, yeah, that was a bit of a mistake indeed. I should have kept it far away. But, oh well. Planes are coming in either case. And here we go. There's the attack order. Should be able to destroy this thing relatively easily. A little bit of a terrain disadvantage for the planes, though, because they sort of had to fly over the hills to actually launch the missiles. They can't actually launch the missiles through the hills, and yeah, it wasn't exactly as efficient as it could have been, but it doesn't really matter. All of our planes escaped, we destroyed it, and yeah, now we're starting to pick apart our opponent's fleet bit by bit. So okay, that doesn't really count as a fleet, but we're starting to pick apart their ships bit by bit, as it were. And here we go, this is the response by our opponents, a whole bunch of Huijuns. We've actually, wait a minute, they have the defensive gun, though. Yep, that's right, decent defense ships. We've pretty good ASMs, actually. Great kills, actually. Well, good kills anyway, technically. We've a Luda coming in as well, maybe to help out, so... see what happens, though. So this one is definitely a bit more of an attack ship. Decent main guns and all that. Decent kills. Optics is pretty good. Strength is the same as cost, so pretty average in that regard. And of course, it's a nice little command ship. So we'll see what happens, though. Our opponents are actually... whoa, okay. Let's have a look at their view. So they can... for some reason, they can see the Pohang, despite how far away it is. They can see the Champs-Élysées, the Congo. Oliver has a Perry, so this is what they can see. And despite that, they're sending the vast majority of their fleet towards Hotel, which in reality has only got a single Panther there, which thankfully I'm going to be moving out of there rather than letting it get destroyed. Also got its ASMs turned off, since it would most likely waste them. Actually, I think yeah, it would get any hits off with the amount of defensive ships we've got here. So wow, actually that was interesting to say the least. Not bad, they even got their own little plane coming in to maybe destroy the Panther. Actually, it'll run straight into the Fremantle. Nope, never mind, the GH7 is going to go somewhere else. Actually, that looks like a rather impressive autocannon on it. No AP power though. Anti-ship missiles, so it's a bit of a... oh, thank God this thing survived. Barely though. And unfortunately this thing's going to manage to evac though. The Panther does survive though, and should be able to just land it on a bit of land somewhere. Resupply it. Almost did manage to take it out though, I'll give them that. And yeah, this is a bit of a mistake on our behalf actually. Because these Tranchals, they're pretty good ASM ships. Actually, they only seem to fire off one missile at a time, I think. And they seem to have all their missiles enabled by default. What about the Udaloy? Okay, it seems to fire off 2 missiles at a time. What about the Tranchals? 1, 2, 2 at a time as well. Okay. So, thankfully though, we do have the Champs-Élysées acting as great kills there, and it kind of sacrifices itself there. But for the greater good though, my ships are a little bit vulnerable because of their sides of facing, but there we go, now starting to reorient them as well. Group planes here. Okay, apparently we're going to be starting another attack, and here we go, my Panther is also going to be spotting out all of their ships. Actually, everything that's there is going to be spotted. Possibility of the Panther getting shot down though, we'll have to be careful though. But yeah, we definitely have crap loads of planes ready to do everything they can. They're going to have to act soon though, otherwise the Tarantulas probably going to destroy the Panther. We'll see what happens though. Might be attacking soon. In the case of our opponents, they do manage to take out Hotel, finally sending the Huijins back, but yeah, this is still going to be in our favour to say the least. They're actually attacking a ship that's all the way out there, which basically means the ships are going to, well, they're going to have a nice little bit of time to shoot down the missiles as they go along. And here we go, here comes the mass ASM attack. MiG-29K is not going to like that though. It's not going to shoot down any of our planes though by the looks of things, and we do manage to take down one of their, well, there's an agent there, I can't remember what the hell was here, but we took it down nonetheless. I don't think we lost any planes. We did lose a helicopter though, but given how cheap those are, I'd say it's a pretty acceptable loss. Also had my main fleet here taking a bit of damage. Nothing too shabby though, continuing to reinforce. Scallywag basically fortifying Echo. And yeah, basically just taking those ASMs. And yeah, this is very good ship positioning, because as you can see, those missiles, they're flying straight towards Pohang, and as a result, they're flying straight past the kills systems of these ships here, actually. So it gives them quite a bit of time, actually, to shoot those missiles down. And yeah, as a result, well, we do take a bit of damage, but those ASMs, well, the Huijins run out, and basically they have to resupply them. And resupplying that many ASMs on that many ships is not particularly cheap, or quick for that matter. So, attack with ships, yep, hopefully we'll be doing that at some point. Let's have a closer look at some of these aircraft. So the Fairbows, okay, so basically a bit of a, oh actually its ACM is incredible, only has 2 ASMs on it. On the other hand though, it does have a couple of radar missiles versus planes though. Thankfully not too many ASMs to use versus ships, and yeah, so far we're just managing to shoot everything down. The Su-27K on the other hand, I believe is a premier multi-role for the Soviets. Can't remember its stats offhand though for some reason, but oh well. Oh, never mind, we actually do have some ASM helicopters for our opponents. A couple of Ka-27PLs. What about their optics? Only very good. I'm pretty sure that the Soviets, or Pact, I'm pretty sure they do get at least one helicopter in the naval deck that does have exceptional optics. Thank God for that, otherwise it probably would be a bit of an imbalance in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. I do have my own Super Hornet, which is mostly an anti-airplane, air sub plane, with a couple of ASMs for good measure. But here we go, the MiG-29K, that's what I was thinking of. Did I call it the MiG-SU-K or something like that beforehand? I can't remember. In any case, yeah, the premier multi-role for Pact for ASMs, not exactly the best range, but still not too shabby though. And yeah, a couple of infrared missiles as well. I do manage to take them down though. Unfortunately my Super Hornets are going to go straight over enemy anti-air, and they're going to evac over enemy anti-air as well. Thankfully though, they both managed to get out of there just barely. Same time, intruders coming in and taking out the Neijin, so that actually is completely going to destroy their hold on Kilo. And there we go, they do send in a couple of their own planes to reply. They don't manage to shoot down any of my sorry, they don't manage, God, a bit tongue-tied for some reason. They don't manage to shoot down any of my own planes, and the ships actually fare pretty well. So Chamsuri, Congo, yeah, doing a great job stopping those missiles. Is definitely starting to run out of supplies though. Could do with a little bit more. And no LCUs incoming. We're definitely going to need them. Or we could just capture Kilo actually, which actually is not such a bad idea. These Huijins, well, okay, main cannons aren't that bad. The HE power is kind of shitty though. Oh, actually even spending a couple of ASMs to try to take out the Trunchul, it's not effective though, so whoopsie long. Yeah, these Huijins though, they're going to really suck when it comes to cannon combat though. I mean, only HE1 power, HE6 for... okay, these ones HE3, so HE6, HE3, and HE8 for the Congo, so... yeah, these guys are not going to do so well. And all I really need to do at this point is just get my... I just need to get one command ship into the corner of Kilo and yeah, prepare to reinforce. And that's probably what I'm going to be doing in just a second. We do have a couple of ASM helicopters trying to attack, but really there's just way too much here in terms of defenses to try to do anything against them. And in fact, Chamsuri is actually going to be taking down a helicopter, possibly... yep, down goes one of the Car 27 PLPs, the other one barely managing to escape with its life, but nope, it still manages to get taken out. Unfortunately, the Chamsuri does get taken out by some sort of plane that gets destroyed subsequently. I think it was an overall good trade for myself, and there we go, we're going to be reinforcing this point in just a second. What are our opponents going to do? Well, they do have the Jingos here. Most of their forces do seem to be concentrated at Delta, but they're not really doing anything with them though. Okay, and they got some forces at Hotel, but we're basically not doing anything about them either. And they're only +1 zones anyway. We finally do have +2 score points coming in. We still got our work cut out for us though, because they do have the initial score advantage from having so many points captured at the same time. And there we go, now we're going to be reinforcing a crap load of Donghaes coming in just to provide their gun support versus the Huijuns, and Scallywag also sending in his own Pegasus's own AIM trams coming in. And we also got, okay, we won't be able to play just yet, but we also got Scallywag coming in with his own Tornadoes. Should be able to help finish off these Huijuns pretty nicely actually. And I'm going to play, well, not just yet, I'm in a replay. Just, unfortunately we have to close that for the time being, otherwise I'll have to do the replay again, and I don't really feel like doing that. I mean, especially since it's almost over. Might talk to him a bit later on, see what happens though. Same time, yeah, as you can see, we're doing a great job just picking apart their fleet bit by bit. Down goes the Jingui something or rather. Unfortunately, one of the Tornadoes does get shot down, the second one does manage to escape, while hovering over another Jingyu. Does tend to do that, I suppose. So, Huijuns on the other hand, running for their lives. But thankfully for opponents, they do have one resupply ship, the Nuna, ready to step in. Oh, ouch. Ready to step in to resupply them, thankfully. And there we go, do have one Jianghu to capture India. And just as well, actually, because they don't have any other points captured for resupply, actually, or for reinforcements, should I say. Now, these Tarantulas are going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, I thought they were attacking a bit close, given how long range their ASMs are. They don't really seem to do too much damage. I think they blew up one small ship. Everything else seems to be alright, and finally I start to send in some resupply ships, taking my time there. Donghae is also just coming in behind here, ready to charge forward in case they want to charge into gun range for whatever reason. And there we go, we definitely got a very firm hold of Kilo. Yep, of Kilo. Our opponents, on the other hand, they're not out yet though, especially since they do have the Udaloi 2. Actually, which one is that? They've got... okay, so this is the one with more strength points compared to the Sovereignier, and slightly lower range on the AA missiles. On the other hand, it's only got a 1 second reload time, so it does a great job intercepting... an exceptional job intercepting ASMs, in fact. So usually that's the one you'd want to be using as your first capital ship, and of course it's got its own ASMs as well, which I believe are exactly the same as the ones on the Sovereignier. So in any case, we do have ASMs firing here and there, but opponents are not really coordinating their ASM fire at all. What they should have done is they should have had all their ASMs turned off and then turned them all on at the same time, but yeah, they don't seem to be doing that at all actually. Definitely a skill that you need to learn. Because yeah, at the moment, yeah, they're just sending them in piecemeal basically, and now with the Chamsuris coming in, that's going to make it much harder for them to engage with ASMs, and if they try to get within gun range, the Donghaes will be able to charge forward to try to crack open our opponent's hulls, for lack of a better word. And speaking of cracking open hulls, we actually got another attack coming in from myself, another Puma coming in from Scallywag, or was it the first one that's ever come in? I'm not entirely sure. In either case, yeah, Congo under a bit of fire. Yeah, they're just mostly wasting ASMs at this point. At the same time though, what the hell is happening with our ASMs? I believe we've got the Pegasus trying to launch a couple of ASMs, nothing else really though, by the looks of things. But it's not going to be able to do too much basically. Yeah, Scallywag, if you're watching this, you need to manage your ASMs a bit better. Actually, anyone watching this pretty much, and who happens to play Wargame Red Dragon, yeah, always manage your ASMs manually the majority of the time when you're playing in naval battles. It's really, the way things work is... oh, okay, apparently didn't kill that off with my aircraft assaults there. But anyway, yeah, the way things work with ASMs is that, yeah, you absolutely have to launch as many as possible at the same time to overwhelm your opponent's defenses and to inflict a lot of damage as well. But, well, there you go. All learning experience. LCU is completely exhausting their supplies, definitely need to send in a few more. Pegasus getting a little bit close, and no kills of its own. It, wow, okay, its strength is really god-awful for its price, but I suppose it is basically just meant to be an ASM ship, so I suppose I get a bit of a pass as a result for that. Here we go, we actually do have what appears to be multiple simultaneous ASM launches for Scallywag, maybe? No, the Congo's not launching anything. So, okay, no, never mind. It's just that I saw these little targeting icons light up and assumed that we had multiple simultaneous launches. Doesn't seem to be the case, though. Still doing some damage with the cannons, but yeah, we're mostly just keeping them pinned down, to be honest. These guys just need to resupply, and yeah, we're just going to win the round. So yeah, pretty good game, actually. Very good display of how maneuvering around and scouting out your opponents can win the day, basically. That and ASM planes, they're just incredible, and we're going to hopefully see that proven with these Super Hornets directly assaulting the Jingu. Oh, okay, never mind. Apparently the combined kills managing to stop them there, which kind of sucks. Whoopsie lonk. Oh well, and LCU's moving forward for myself, mostly just to act as recon, I think. Jianghu is probably going to... No, it was going to launch an ASM, but not anymore it seems. A couple of ASMs coming in here and there, but look at this. I've got 4 Chamsuris acting as a freaking shield. Congos on left figures and all that other stuff behind them. Really, this is a pretty formidable shield. It is definitely weak from certain angles. I mean, if they try to attack from this angle, of course, the Donghis, they have literally no kills defenses, so there's a chance ASMs will be able to get through. But still, the way they're attacking, yeah. It's kind of comical, actually. Oh, speaking of which... Oh, what a shame. Tornadoes, unfortunately, not managing to finish off the Jianghu either. It's on fire, continually on fire, but units that are on fire do not actually lose health, which basically means they have like an inexhaustible fuel supply to keep on burning. Which, in game terms, is actually not too surprising, because ships do not actually have any fuel considerations, unlike just about every other unit in the game. But we got tram intruders of myself coming in, and let's just hide the HUD and get a nice little close-in shots there. There we go. Just in time. So down he goes. And yep, hotel is down for the count. There you go, I love it. I'm surprised I didn't go for golf as well, actually. Just for the hell of it. I mean, golf was completely undefended. I'm surprised I didn't go for that. Hotel was only +1 points, so was Delta. An interesting game. Certainly a bit of a learning experience, hopefully for the opponents especially, given the things that they try to do. Trying to advance the trenches, it's not going to make much of a difference. And they won't even get to see if the missiles hit. They probably won't. Spoiler alert, I guess. But there you have it. Yeah, certainly a pretty good naval game there. I mean, I see reviews in this game, and some people really don't like the naval for whatever reason. I mean, I did hear it was very bad in the beta, especially when it came to blobbing ships, but yeah, that's largely been fixed as far as I can tell, especially with that collateral damage and all that, so... Yeah, good game indeed, and I shall see you all next time.